Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Finally, senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and to all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this, a brand new day. And remember, no matter who you are valid. Thumbs up for that. It is a Sunday. It is slightly chill outside. Overcast. Supposed to be raining later tonight, and a flood warning. So, oh boy. But for right now, just gray and chill. Thumbs up for that. I have been behind. It is currently 11:15 p.m. a.m. I haven't gone out for walkies yet. I got up 7 o'clock because I woke up at 3 in the morning and just did not sleep, but wasn't wide awake. Hurting. Finally, I got out of bed 7 o'clock, well, a little before, and then I've just been dragging since then. Right around 9-ish, I said, you know what? I don't have to go for a walk as long as I go later. And then it turned into, well, it's late enough. You know what? I think I'm going to try vlogging. So, oh boy. Yay for that. On the other hand, things that I have been doing and things that I hope to do, I have been playing the game Xanadu Next. I don't know if the games have anything to do with each other, but there's the game, I guess it's pronounced like Fazanadu, something like that. It's an NES game that might be part of the whole Xanadu series, but I've been playing Xanadu Next for the PlayStation, for the PC. And it's interesting. I watched an entire almost 50 minutes of information and talking about the game. And so I was like, oh yeah, okay, I'll play. And it's interesting. You're in a tiny, tiny little, it might as well be a menu town, but it's not. You have to run from place to place, but each person you talk to is just a menu. So they could have just made it a menu. But you're going from town, and so far I've cleared out a small dungeon, and now I've got like a door open to go to another dungeon. So, but it was on sale, as well as this other game that I had watched somebody play. 64 cents for the game Metal Crimson. Classic, 1999. And so, okay, 64 cents. Yeah, I bought it. It looked entertaining in the video that was done. You know, the guy that was playing it was going, oh my gosh, this is awesome. So I thought, hey, I might as well give it a shot. Definitely a thumbs up on that. Now, I have been doing more reading on the system. I don't have the book out because I am no way, shape, or form able to get my thoughts coherent enough to be prepared for anything. But I was reading more of the Heroes of QALANOR system because I want to play it here real soon. Guy needs an editor. Oh my God, does he need an editor. You will have 2 lines like, you can only move before and after attack, but you cannot move before or after an attack. What? I can only, but you did. And it's filled with stuff like that. But it is a deadly seeming system. Because if you want to fight someone, you have your hand-to-hand skill. Let's say you're going to do it melee. You have your hand-to-hand. They have their hand-to-hand. You have a matrix based on some of your stats on how well you can hit. And then they have their stats on how well they can hit you, how well you can hit them. It's moderately complicated while not being so. You just have to matrix what you need to roll, and then you have to roll that or greater on a D10. Okay. If you roll less than that, you fail. You roll above that, you succeed. And it's only just a D10. Now, if you do succeed, what you have based on your strength, again, for a melee weapon, is injury dice. You can have like 1, 2, or 3 injury dice based on your strength. And if you have a good weapon, it can add a couple injury dice. So if you hit successfully, you rolled your hand-to-hand number and you hit your opponent, you take the number of injury dice that you have, D10s, and you roll them. And then you compare those numbers against your opponent's fortitude. And if it's above their fortitude, you hit them. And you do damage. That's 1 point of damage. You take those points of damage off of their endurance. The beginning characters only have like 3 endurance. So you don't want to get hit. Now the thing is, because you can have a weapon that increases the number of injury dice you roll, if you have armor, what that does is add to your fortitude. So if your fortitude is 3, well, now if you're wearing like studded leather, your fortitude is considered to be 4. So it's a lot harder to hit you when they roll those injury dice. And the difference between 1 injury die and 3 or 4 injury dice is quite a bit of a difference. I'm the crunchy kind of person that likes this kind of thing, in that you can hit someone with your weapon, roll your damage, and do nothing, so that they didn't get hurt. Their armor absorbed it all. I think that's awesome. You need stuff like that, because stuff like that can happen. Where you smack your opponent, yeah, but you didn't hurt him. I love that kind of crunchiness. I like and dislike a lot of the game, but nothing that I dislike is a game killer so far, and everything that I have liked is well and above what I like. Which, talking about things that I like and don't like, there's a guy that has a channel, Mage Hammer, and he also does role-playing stuff. And Mage Hammer released Delves and Dangers Definitive Edition, and it's another one of the OSR type games. Sort of. It's got a lot of stuff that I like. And he said, I got tired of homebrewing. I wanted a system that would do it where I wouldn't need to homebrew anything, where if I came across the friction point, this took care of the friction point. No need to homebrew anything. I've read them. I like them. Except there's one thing that I immediately have to homebrew because it's a big friction point. Normally in games like this, when you go out adventuring, you pick up some experience, or you're going to get a lot of gold. And when you pick up enough experience, your character gets better. Or if you have, like in Heroes of QALANOR, you spend 300 gold, you can increase the stat by 1 point. There's ways to increase your character with systems. And in this book, where the guy says he wanted systems because he didn't want anything homebrewed, to advance your character, it's every once in a while your GM is just supposed to say, oh, okay, you go up a level. That's not a system. That's a huge friction point. That is enough to just kill all enthusiasm for me. Because to put in an experience system means you have to balance against it. When the system is not balanced for an experience system, it's balanced to have the GM just go, you know what, I just think y'all should go up a level. Maybe you should go up 2 and you shouldn't go up any. Nice system. So I don't like that. It was really, really good up until that point. Such is life, though. And of course, still thinking about all creative things, trying to rethink and remember characters and from older things that I don't want to forget, like the character of Iron John on the Razor's Edge, who's got stuck for 1.4 million years as a greater being of power. Didn't realize it, and now he's 1.4 million years away from his home. They're all gone. They're all dead. been 1.4 million years. So he's had a rough time. Especially since on the razor's edge, everything works on layers, and you can travel between these layers of reality because you have the ability to work with glamours, which is just your mind connects up as a line, and you can travel from layer to layer until you get to the layer you want to be. There are micro layers between layers that are just minute differences until you get where you need to go. Oh God, ADHD, ADHD, trying to remember what the heck I was bringing all that up for. I remember Razor's Edge. I can't remember why. I am so sorry. Other than saying, yeah, I've been trying to keep up on the creative stuff. I'm having to battle stuff like that where I forget what I'm talking about as I am talking about it. ADHD blows. But, keeping all that in mind though, I am still working on stuff. Both on just the Fiction Center, it was Iron John, and on my SoloRPG thing. I'll come back to Iron John on another day. I'm going to just do a little bit of rambling about the SoloRPG setting. Yesterday I had mentioned that amongst the humans of this world, the Goya, there are no Caucasians. Everyone is dark skin. And among the people of Karthkog, they also have darker skin. And of the other races, they're like not human except for the Dwaylen. And they are just intensely white. Now, while everyone is descended from the Dwaylen, nobody on the planet knows it. So there is no supremacy stuff. I want to address that right now. You know, nobody knows. Nobody looks at the Dwaylen and goes, oh, that white skin. No. Culturally, they are important because they are more advanced culturally than everyone else. The people of Karthkog have only left what they call as their homeland, which is now thoroughly covered in ice and uninhabitable. They call it wretched, unloved, unworthy, all names for it. They've only been on the actual pleasant part of Karthkog for about 1,200 years. They have no ideas about much of anything about the rest of the world. With what little that they've had from the people of Lanlua, the Dwaylen coming over, and the people of Stelden, the Goya, coming over in ships, yeah, they're learning about the world, but they're not looking at the Dwaylen as anything more than, oh, look at the stuff they've done. We admire that. The people of Stelden, when they look at the people of Lanlua, the Dwaylen, they don't go, oh gosh, that glistening white skin. No. They look at the people of Lanlua as in, look how much they've advanced. Because on the continent of Lanlua, the Dwaylen are working with the Ilvandri, and they have been working on trying to figure out steam for steam engines. They have rudimentary rail track that they're working on in some of the towns. Not towns, cities, because they are city-states. And there's only one of them. God's above my brain and mouth. They are working on steam. They've got rudimentary tracks. It's still quite some time before they're going to be able to even get a steam engine and steam train. But they're working on stuff. Whereas the other people, like on Karthkog, largely it is still survival-oriented and making sure that you are working with the land. And the people on Stelden, the Goya, it's largely a lot of survival there as well. They have maybe 30% of the continent explored. It is largely, there's huge amounts of jungles and forests. No, there are of course savannas, but it is filled with extremely dangerous life. They consider themselves, of course, civilized, and it's civilized, culture. But you can always get killed and eaten in the forest if you're not careful. Even on Landloa with the Dwaylen, they've gotten maybe 40% of their continent explored and figured out what they're going to do with it. Whereas on Carthcog, the people there, the Hulat, have only expanded. If you look at a map of the United States, Washington State, Oregon, that is only about as far down into Carthcog over the past 1,200 years that they have expanded into. It's a very slow process. They have to work with the metaphysical land. If you over colonize, you are not treating the land well, and the land will not treat you well. You'll be overfishing, overhunting, you'll be not giving the environment time to rejuvenate before you're chowing on it again. So if you treat the land poorly, the land will treat you poorly. At the same time, you treat it poorly enough, and the metaphysical portion of the land will take care of the issue. And there are a lot of degenerate species of, like the Apani, that have degenerating, they call them koth, where they're becoming animals. And some of the Tsandako, their Tsandashka, are becoming animals. And even a branch of the Habani, the Ogal, are degenerating Habani. They're on their way to becoming animals. You need to treat the metaphysical land well, or the metaphysical land will take care of you. And of course, if you could, like, comment, subscribe, share the video with people that you think would like to watch an old man yammer on incomprehensibly about inane subjects. That would be very cool. Thumbs up and thank you. And if you are a Patreon patron, thumbs up and thank you. With your help, you take me from being a badly hurting monkey to just a hurting monkey. A lot of people in the United States are hurting monkeys. Thank you for bringing me upward from being a badly hurting monkey. It is appreciated. And for every single person that leaves me a comment, you too are appreciated. In fact, patrons and people who comment, patrons and people who comment, you're all beautiful and awesome people. Thumbs up, thank you, appreciated. I read every comment that I can. I thumbs up each one that I will be allowed, and I answer as many as my nerve compression will let me. Thumbs up, thank you, you're beautiful and awesome. And good golly, Miss Molly, you know, I try to do this on a daily basis. You'd think I would be able to actually get prepared. If you could write lotion, just lotion, into the comments to let both me and the YouTube algorithm know that people watch the videos, that would be very cool. Thumbs up and thank you. Well, son of a gun, I don't know why my stylus is over there. Huh. Anyway though, thumbs up, thank you. Everything you do is appreciated. It is awesome. Thank you for watching. You are beautiful people. I'm just gonna edit, render, upload, head out for walkies at some point. Oh my gosh, I gotta go for 2 of them now because I'm so late on this one. A definite, because I didn't go out last night. My anxieties were pretty hard. So I stayed in all day yesterday after I got on back from my morning walkies. Ugh. Anxieties are fun. Anyway though, hopefully you can get done the things that you would like to get done, and if not, please do not beat yourself up. It does not help, and you deserve better. Thumbs up. So, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I am salivating like mad around my dentures. If I've had foam in the corners of my mouth or way too much mouth sounds, my sincere apologies. It's just insane. Thumbs up for that. Anyway though, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is indeed a very good thing. No words of wisdom. In fact, I even have this ready to turn this off and preserve the batteries as soon as I'm done recording. I use rechargeables, and that saves a lot of money. It's a lot of money at the output. Like, I think it's $10-15 for a pack of 4 AA rechargeables. But I've recharged those batteries that do this 10, 15 times. That's a lot of money saved. Anyway, you take care.